Okay, so here's the exhaust, fully mounted, and as I said, I went searching for a part that I was missing, the plug for the oxygen sensor, or lambda port, on the exhaust here, on the Scorpion exhaust, and I didn't find anything this morning, but big thanks to Lock and Load from the Kawasaki rider forums. Said that I could go to any auto parts store and find one that would fit, and lo and behold, I was able to find these are standard, I guess, these oxygen sensors. So I went and asked for an oxygen sensor plug, and I found one. So I'm gonna get down here and take a look. Hopefully it works. Now that I've got the there's the port there. Now that I've got the fairings back on, it's a little bit more of a pain, and sure enough, fits perfect. That's great. So since I've got a replacement coming from Scorpion was actually really good with replying to my emails, so thanks to Scorpion, but I won't need that now. For $3.75, I'm back up and running. So what I'm going to do, since once I put this in, I'm not going to need to remove it again, so I'm going to throw some Loctite on the threads here, and then I'm going to put it on, tighten it up, and we can hear the exhaust. Okay, so now that I've got the lambda port plugged and thread locked in, time to fire this baby up and hear how she sounds. Yeah, much better than stock. So I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I knew from other videos that I'd seen that I'd be happy with the sound of it, but it really doesn't. The sound just can't come through on YouTube the way that it does in real life. And you can see that little small bolt inside of the silencer there. That's for the baffle, or the dB killer, and when you take that out, it sounds even louder, which thinking for maybe for highway riding or something, when I really want to be heard, take that out and then throw it in a bag or something like that, throw it under the seat, and once I get into town, just throw it back in. It's probably a little too loud for in town, but just want to talk for a second about the overall experience. As I said when I was installing it, the instructions that come with the kit are a little lacking, but I'm willing to forgive that. Like compared to, I checked out the Two Brothers website, and they've got some pretty detailed instructions on how to install their full exhaust kit on this bike. But unlike the Two Brothers, the Scorpion does not need repacking ever. And the kit, the silencer, everything is guaranteed for life, and even they've got like a crash protection and damage policy that if for whatever reason any part of the exhaust ever gets damaged, or anything happens to it, whether it's an accident, crash, whatever, you get a new replacement kit for half off if you register it. It's non-transferable, so if I sell it, then either I'll go back to stock, or I'll just let the people know that the exhaust is what it is. But still, the fact that I never have to worry about repacking this, and that it's dynoed to this bike, it's definitely worth it to have had to have figured this out. And once I figured out this bracket here that holds the pipe on there, you can see it. That's this bolt right here. Once I got it in place, that little S bracket, there's only one place it could go. So I mean, basically there's two bolts that you have to remove right there for the silencer bracket, and then the first one forward that you can remove, I think, is the one that you need for the pipe bracket there. But at least if you've watched this video and if you're installing it, hopefully it'll be a little bit more helpful. A couple other little things: if you don't have a spring puller, at least have some vice grips, because these are a bit of a bitch to get on. You got 4 of them, and they're very strong. So if you don't have a spring puller, at least have vice grips, as I said, so that you're not cursing and swearing at this thing any more than you need to. And that's it. The only thing I really have to do is I'm going to touch up that ring with a little bit more paint, but even from far away, it has the effect that I wanted. It looks so much better with that green ring, I think, matching my bike scheme. So for the Americans and other people around the world that get different color schemes, whether it's blue or red in these bikes, if it's red, obviously you don't need to do anything, but if you've got blue, then you know, it's pretty easy. Just follow what I did and grab some either high temperature engine enamel paint or some brake caliper paint, and paint the ring to match your bike. It definitely gives it a little bit more of that custom finished look. So I'm off to do my next mod, which my decal came for my zero gravity windshield. I'm going to put a Punisher logo here that's green as well, and then I'm going to black out most of the windscreen. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave a little bit at the top here or if I'm going to black out the whole thing, but I'm going to black it out with Plasti Dip, and that way I can remove it and go back to clear if I want to. And then I got to move on to the LEDs, but that's for another video. So thanks for watching.